Shazam! Going to start one of the bigger cars. I got a lot of them. Well, I don't got a lot of them. I got some I want to do. Lego Creator 10265 Ford Mustang. This is like 3 or 4 years old now. Let's take a peek. Who's hanging around? I want to say hi to everyone on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook, wherever you're watching. Thank you. Hey, JB Awesome. Shazam, brother. Ryan, Shazam. Good to see you. I gave no notice for this. I didn't even share links outside of my own socials just because I wanted to get up and running. Ooh, I like that one. That one's kind of like a cross between Monster and Coca-Cola. Monster Energy Assault with the green and with the army camo kind of look. Not bad, not bad. I'm a little worried building the set. If these are printed, like I think I've heard, these pieces here are brutal to align, but that's a bridge we'll cross when we get to it. There's the back. Keep it on the face cam for now. There's two versions of the build, or I can tweak as I like. After you do the primary build, I can raise the rear suspension. I put a spoiler, big engine, diffuser in the front, some pipes, or I can mix and match as I see fit. But the goal is to build the main car, and then I'll decide what I'm going to do after that. Hey, Ryan, Shazam. Yeah, I figured I would start a big one. I set up 9 thumbnails. Not that I expect it to be 9 streams, but that's what I do for a bigger set, just in case. So no thumb tabs, by the way, just so you can see it. This is what I used to love about the creator sets. They showed you all the parts. So a lot of people would buy these boxes. And maybe you cared about the build, maybe you didn't. But you could pick up the box in the store, take a look, and go, you know what? I want this because we used to have that cat. Because you wanted the parts, right? And this was great. Especially if you weren't savvy with BrickLink or if this was a brand new build. Don't know what to expect because it's been forever since I've done a creator expert anything. So, ooh, that's a good sign. Manual in an envelope. Feels good. Yes, reminder. Thank you, Facebook. So, yes, manual. Bag 5, bag 6, love the wheels. Big plastic pieces for windscreens. 2 the same. Hey, that makes it cool. 3, 2. Another 2. 1 with a separator because, you know, I don't have, where is it? I don't have enough separators handy. 4, 6, 3. We got multiples of different bags. All right. So we'll make some assumptions here. So 6, 5, 4, 6, 4, 3, 3, 2 and 2. So my goal is to get through bag 1. Hey, it's Mega Dan Branco. Shazam. Nice. Did I post links? I didn't post the links, did I? All right. Well, let's do the obvious because apparently I am slow. Okay, that was weird. Geez, I didn't even post it to my community. Okay. And let's get rid of that. Give me half a second, folks. Wow, man, internet being slow. Come on. This is funny. It's all goofed. See if I can reload it. All right. Instagram's being a bitch. And for those with access to the chat, there's the join links. Well, the expert builds were always nice for that. It was funny because I actually got the gift with purchase a long time before I ever got the set. And I don't even remember how I acquired it. And I actually got 2 of them, I think. 2 of those silly Mustang keychains. And I don't even go for that stuff. But, oh my goodness. That's the problem with putting this silly watch on after a year and not wearing it. Crack this baby open. Ooh, nice big parts, which we like. Guess there'll be a fair bit of Technic in this build. That's okay. We'll shy away from Technic here. I know ultimately it gets me to the promised land. Pieces, brand new separator. And this we like. Let's see. I have no, oh, there we go, stickers. License plates mostly for different areas. I guess plates that are regionalized. We got California plate, Michigan plate, and then a couple of what I would call foreign plates, and just a few other key stickers, radio sticker, rear view mirror sticker. Not horrible, and it looks like they're all going to go on some real basic pieces, so that should be easy. It should be easy. And I will keep that because that will help me keep that manual in decent condition at some point. Good looking book. Well, I was worried it was going to be black pages, and I don't know why, because it was before the black page era. A couple new parts they'd come up with: a 2x8 bow brick, you know, a nice slow piece, and the 5-spoke wheel they came up with. Lego senior designer Mike Siaki, I assume you dropped a P, played a leading role in the development of the Lego creator expert Ford Mustang. He runs through some of the model's most fascinating features. Oh, I ain't gonna read all that. So there's a German plate. Some nice features. Oh, this thing looks great. So bags 1 through 6 are the basic build. Okay. But it is just 1 through 6. Oh, okay. So the extra parts will be whatever's lying around. Great. There's one you guys probably won't see me buy. And I know I said this about the small one, and I bought it anyway, but the big Aston Martin, I don't like it. I don't think it's a good looking build. Not like this guy. This guy looks great. Man, and I bought one for flipping, and I didn't buy one for me. The roller coaster. That is a regret. That is absolutely a regret. Hey, David Shazam. Greg's around. Oh, geez, someone trying to burn down my building. David's Work Studios. Shazam. Good to see you guys. Good to see you guys. Blah, blah, blah. Ford Motor Company is an American icon, and Mustang is an icon for all of Ford. If there's one product that represents our company, it's the Mustang. Yeah, you know what? I don't like the American cars, but I tell you, I think you could give me just about any pony car, and I would take it with a smile. Even if it was beat up and had to be worked on. This is based on the 67 Mustang. Oh, that's cool. At one time in my father's life, he had a Mustang. It's a shame that never survived long enough for me to see it. Oh my goodness, 22 pages in before I get to the first instruction. Boom. All right. We're off to the races here. That's one of my favorite pieces right there, that big frame. I love those. My custom mock UCS scale Sith Fury, which is still sitting in a box, now in actual storage, all framed with these things. Really strong. Sadly, it's half done. That's the worst part of that. Half finished. Lots of Technic pins. Need 6 of them. So, wifey's gone to visit a friend in the hospital. Daughter's gone to the gym. Looks like I raised my daughter, right? 1,471 pieces for this build, David. And at least for the primary build, we're not going to use them all. And I don't know if I want to turn it into the big beefed up version or not. In 2007, Ford released a special pink version of the Mustang to help raise money to fight breast cancer. Well, that's an interesting note. Yeah, 1,471 pieces. Which puts it on the small side of big sets for me, considering some of the big ones I've built over the years. Where's my different pieces here? I need a 5 length. Yeah, there's a 5 length axle. I need a red joint. Look at that. Even looks like a blunt. If you have this car, you can compare it to the real one. Oh yeah, I wish I had the real one. Like I said, it's one of the few American makes I would touch. I'm not a fan of most of the American cars, mostly because of the reliability, which is trash. One of my friends tried to say, "Hey, yeah, look at the warranties and this and that," and then he's had to do his engine 3 times. Sorry, his transmission 3 times in 5 years. And I wouldn't even call him an abusive driver, especially compared to me. Like, I'm definitely rougher. Definitely rougher. Going through the first hole. I was about to say, did I just mess this up? No. Okay. There we go. They're not clear, but there's actually space. Another 5 bar, 5 axle. Our Lego fragile, that's Gilman. I don't quite understand that. You'll have to forgive me. I might need a David to English translator. I definitely don't find Lego fragile. I find some builds fragile. I would have been on a while ago, but I made my thumbnails quick and dirty like I usually do, and I realized a huge error visually that annoyed me to no end. So it's like, well, I'm not letting that stay. We're going to fix that. I got a reputation to uphold. I don't have the Porsche set. That's the white one, Craig? If that's the white one, I don't have it. I got a lot of gift cards yesterday, so that could change. But I actually don't like it. I'm not a fan of that build, which is why I didn't buy it when I bought this and the Camaro. Because I had that option. I actually had it in the cart and then I deleted it. It could happen. But I think after I do the backlog of cars, there's a mega car coming. Pontiac Firebird. I want to do that. And so I will be getting that. It's a pretty blue. I like every piece except for what looks like the windshield. But I think I can overlook that for the sake of that build in Mega. And then in Lego, other than Speed Champs, I'm not sure what I'm looking forward to in cars. But that Porsche, the white Porsche, doesn't... well, first, I'm not a Porsche guy. Porsche doesn't speak to me like some stuff does. Can be nice. I'm kind of funny when it comes to my taste in cars and exotic cars and stuff. I probably like stuff that people wouldn't think. Like that. What's the Lamborghini SUV? I kind of dig it. Well, visually, I think the set, just box art alone and the 2 builds that you can potentially build, I mean, I think it's at least an 8 out of 10, and I've only just started. I mean, just based on the visuals. That's why I bought it. I had purchased it actually. Oh, I was trying to remember how I got the keychains. I purchased it for flips, but it was only recently where I bought it again, but I bought it for me for the backlog to build. Those of you who've been following for a while know I buy Lego for me, and that's what you'll see behind me. And then the Lego you usually don't see, those are for flips and trades and future money, investment, right? Call it whatever you want, but for investment. Some can go quick and some you sit on for a long time. So I don't necessarily recommend people get into Lego investing. And don't do it the wrong way. Like, don't do it with credit cards, because that's really foolish, because then you're really not making what you think you're making. Unless you know you can make quick flips. That's a different beast. That is different. But in the Lego realm, it's kind of hard to make worthy quick flips that are worth your time. There's a value to your time. I put a high value on my time. Oh boy, this is definitely typical Technic shenanigans here. Building parts now that are going to be like brutal to take apart later. And it's not that I intend to take this apart anytime soon, but there's a finite amount of time that this can stay built before I run out of space. I mean, if it's super good, then I will keep it longer, but 4 of these big plates. And 2 of the 1 by the 2x4s, I should say, plates. You know what? A Lamborghini tractor in Creator, let's say, I'd probably be all over that. Yeah. The same one that Pro Tour guy's got on his TV show. That would be wicked. Clarkson's Farm, or whatever he calls his show. He bought the Lamborghini tractor, which was like stupid overkill. Oh, thanks, Dave. I appreciate the kind words. I promise I will never ask you guys for money, unlike that other YouTuber who makes a fortune and then has the balls to ask, "Hey, can you send me money so I could build a shelf or build a thing to hold even more Lego?" Meanwhile, he's on land and he's already getting free Lego. That just takes the biggest balls that guy did that. I'm not even going to mention his name, because I actually have not watched his content in, I think, a solid year now. He does not support the Lego community. I do. I started Facebook groups to support the community, places where BrickLink stores can advertise freely and as often as they want, where Lego creators like yourselves can That dickwad, not so much. And everyone will say it's sour grapes, and that's okay. They're welcome to their opinion. Do I wish I had the kind of money and resources he's got? Absolutely. Absolutely. But the way he treats people, yeah, I could not look at myself in the mirror. He's only ever created shit for himself. I have created stuff for other people. So if that's my legacy, I'm cool with it. So I don't know how much we're going to build. I mean, potentially I got all afternoon. It's just a matter of how I feel and how my head feels. And one thing you guys may not realize, like, I get all these lights on this, on this beautiful setup, but the problem is that's all come back in my face too sometimes. How many pages for this? Well, I mean, this includes the secondary parts of the build too, but let's see. So let's say the primary build goes to 195 and we started at 20-ish. So let's say 170 pages for the real thing. The book goes to 218, but to be fair, you know. Ryan goes, we all know who you speak of, and 100% agree. That's the thing, right? It's like, and I'm assuming, because I don't know, I'm assuming he's still growing and things are still like everything's great and it's all gravy for him. But when I saw someone post a picture of him doing a GoFundMe for, I think, $100 and he got 800, it's like, hey, God bless him. That every scam he's pulled works, right? Whatever he's doing to con his fans and subs, that's awesome. Like, I congratulate him on all that success. I just think he's a lousy human being. And now I'm welcome to my opinion, and his fans will shit on me for it, and that's okay. I've paid guys to go on his stream and, you know, call his tattoos dicks. So, you know, I'm happy, and Ryan knows this. Just because that entertained me. I am petty like that. I accept the judgment of history in that regard. So let's see. Okay, this is some real Technic shenanigans here. You know, I didn't give any thought to just how much Technic crap was going to be involved in building these Lego cars. The mega cars are virtually no Technic kind of builds. The big one, that bone shaker, it's a brick. The damn thing is a brick. I think it's funny. I think Lego purists, if they really paid attention to my build streams or to, if they watch it, they'll see, like, if they are fans of Lego and growing up with the bricks, like when we were kids, and then they saw what I build when I build the bone shaker, I think more people would be turned on by Mega. He is still keeping that GoFundMe up too. He's a piece of shit. Oh my goodness. That's the thing. Between the money he's got, the free Lego, I mean, it's all sour grapes coming out of my mouth, you know, as far as anyone's concerned. It's too bad, whatever. It's like, but if you're asking for 100 and you get 800, why don't you close the GoFundMe and take your money, right? Nope. I hate that. You know, and that speaks volumes of his character. And in my eyes, as bitter as I am, like I don't, you know, there's nothing he could do that would redeem him in my eyes in that situation. Like short of returning the 700 or whatever extra dollars, right? You were apparently in a spot, you needed $100 to do whatever build or expansion to your thing. Once you got it, why are you taking extra money? Because if you're just going to take the money and give it back to random people, whatever, that ain't cool. Because your supporters didn't necessarily donate to you, so you can give it away to randoms, you know? That's my opinion. But I feel pretty strongly about that. Maybe I should have some fun and start sponsoring some people, going on there and having a few giggles at his expense. Has anyone ever seen him acknowledge any other content creator? I'm sure there's been one or two, right? I mean, I'm not going to suggest that he never has, but I'm sorry. I'm old enough to know a douche when I see a douche. And I find that the only Lego YouTube creators who like and support him are ones who want to benefit from his subscriber counts, from his supporters, you know, to try and pick those up. Because we would all love to have more people watch, more people like, more people sub and comment and do all that great stuff. Because I don't see people with more subs than him go, oh, this is a great human being. This is a great YouTube creator. This is a great this, is a great that. I see the bottom feeders, like myself, who whine and or who suck up to him and think he's great and go hang in his chats when they see he's around, just so that they could say something so they get noticed, hoping to pick off a few here, a few there. And I get it, because that's not a bad strategy. I would tell people to do the same. Me going into any other YouTuber's chat, my name is very intentional. I say something, it gets attention. I'd be lying if I were to say otherwise. Greg, the StreamYard link is in the chat that you are a part of now. Check your messenger, and you should see the All Bricks Count chat, live stream chat. And if you come on, I'll put on a headset so I can hear you, because right now I won't hear you. Where are these going? Yeah, because I'd love to have you on. You haven't been on yet, right? It'd be a first for you. But we invited you to the messenger group. You've been with us for a while. Where's the phone? Let me see. Whoop, 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 whoop. See, I need to figure out how to make this work for the other groups. I have a general chat now for the Pokemon group, and I haven't figured out how to make it for the other groups. So let's see if you notice that link there, Greg. Is it Greg or Dylan? Because I do see it's the other way. But I added you, so that should added you. Boy, that's some beautiful English. But it should get some attention. Should pop up on your end, whether you got a phone or the computer. Okay, so where... This is confusing. Okay, I see this ball joint and no freaking idea how that's going to go. Oh, okay. That's a ball joint receptacle. Ta-da! I'm so smart. I am so smart. Okay, and I got to put the teeth towards the ball joints. Yeah, this is definitely like Technic Light, this expert set. I'm not even sure if there's a big difference. Well, yeah, you don't have the lighter panels. So you get to use a lot of brick, but then you use a fair bit of Technic. Okay, so it looks like I've done this right. If not, I'll be crying in about 10 minutes. And back to the subject of Brick Douche, as he will be known from henceforth. Boy, it really sounds like I'm bitter. I don't know why I'm so... I had such a great day yesterday. Okay morning, no one bugged me. We got up late, had a late breakfast. And the ladies gave me some space to do whatever the hell I wanted. Because I really didn't necessarily feel like going out again. Alrighty. 2 more Technic panels. I always wonder why they use 2 and not like just a solid beam here. Because I know they've got a 1x5. Oh, come on, you son of a gun. There we go. Okay, you know what's neat? I actually did... Okay, I definitely did part of this wrong. Dylan. So, Dylan, did you see the... in the messenger group? Okay, we're going to try this again. So, ball joint receptacle that way. I don't think I've ever bent this piece so much before. Okay. Ah, so I probably didn't put it on wrong before, but I bent it. Technic 3-pin again. I think wifey said she might bring in lunch or a late lunch. That might be a stop point. We'll see. Oh my goodness. All right. At the beginning of what looks like maybe suspension. One of these, two of these, a red. Nope. Red 1x4 axle. Tow bars. Technic tow pin, tow bar, tow ball. Tell you what, Greg, I'll even make life easier for you. See if I can do this without screwing everything up. There we go. I haven't done that in a while. I'll post it straight to the YouTube channel. But in the future, I'd like you to use the link from the private chat, because that's why I set that up, actually. It's for all the regulars, and it's a way for me to recruit people to come hang online. Okay. So where's all this going now? Okay, I'm totally not getting this. Oh, that's going through here? Wow. Okay. So if you join, as soon as I notice you, I'll put on a headset and I'll be able to hear you and we can talk. Okay, so there's a little bit of movement there. One by four Technic brick. Going through here. Gonna lock all this together. Shazam. Big gear going through. And then all of this. Where? Is that going through here? Oh, look at that. Hey, Greg, hang on 1 second. I see you. And we'll add you to the chat. Shazam. How you doing?
What's up, man?
So you prefer Greg over Dylan?
It don't matter what you call me.
No, it does, man. What you doing? What you working on? Anything?
Hold up.
Hang on a second here. Your audio went out. Did you mute yourself? Here, I'll unmute you if I can. There you go. Okay.
I got some troubling family members.
Uh-oh. Oh, you can mute it again if you need to keep the privacy.
I got two of these sets. One's the GT500 and the one's the base version.
Really? See, I don't like much of anything enough to necessarily buy two. And I usually don't even want to hit it a second time to build the secondary version, but I'll probably update this one. Like I'll build the first one out and then I'll decide. Like when I did the Mac Anthem, I think I waited 9 months to build the second version. And I built the lesser of the two versions, the ones I really didn't want first. I built the garbage truck, and then I went back 9 months later to build the proper tractor trailer that I wanted to build, because that's the way I wanted to keep it. And I still have that on display. But usually I'm pretty lazy, and I'll just build the primary build and leave it at that.
Here it is.
Hang on, I want to see this big. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, it's a great build. So how's your side pieces? Are they pretty straight, or are they, at the bottom of the door?
They're pretty slanted.
Oh, they're slanted. So you found that they're printed? Are they printed or are they stickers? Because I'm clearly not that far yet.
They're printed.
They're printed. I know that when that set first came out, a lot of people cried. It's probably one of the reasons I backed away from it for a while. It's like, yeah, they don't line up great and this and that. And I know some guys who basically painted their own lines and got better results. If you don't mind doing that, then, if you're a Lego, you do whatever you want. I know some are cool with it and some go, no, you can't do that. That's sinful. But it's like, well, if you don't want to damage the bricks with the set, buy spares and then bastardize those ones, I'd probably lean a little towards that, maybe, depending on how bad they are. JB's back.
And the stripes are printed too.
Which, I'm sorry, and what's printed as well?
The stripes and the Mustang logo.
Okay. Well, that's good news then. If I'm lucky, this will be on display for about 2 years before I feel any pressure to have to tear it down for space. I'm in a pretty good spot right now after September's massive teardown event where I spent about 6 weeks tearing down 80, 90 sets. And that's one reason I decided I'm doing things as a theme. Like, I'll bang out all these car sets from all these manufacturers. And then, was it cars? And then next will be mechs and robots, which is why Prime is my last car build. I figured that's a good one to transition to doing robots. Because I got some wicked robots to build. And I'll buy more as we get closer to that. There's a couple from Asia I want to buy. I'm just waiting for the Chinese New Year to pass, because there's really no point in me sending money, committing, and having to wait 2 months when, if I wait a little while, I keep my money, make money on it. And then it only takes me 2 weeks. So I figure that's better use of my time and money. Boy, I didn't realize this was going to be such a big Technic build, because I'm not a huge Technic fan. And I'm looking at this like, oh, what have I done? What have I done? Oh, nice. Okay. Oh, that's super cool. I guess it's going to have active steering then, because this is clearly active steering. That's nice.
Second Porsche 911, so I can do either the Porsche 911 Turbo S or the Lamborghini Countach variant.
Ooh, that sounds cool. I like some of the guys on Rebrickable who, like, actually for this set here, Firas, Firas, Jabber Abdul, he has, I think, 6 variants you could buy for about $15, the instructions, and you could tear this down and rebuild it, another 6 ways or whatever. Like, he's got some really nice designs using only the parts from this one set. And he's done it with other sets too, but I think this one is his most successful set for building variants of, and cool looking variants too.
That's what I did to the. That's what I did to the second copy of this. Of that.
Using his instructions or somebody else's?
His.
His. Okay, so you're familiar with his work. He is great. I don't understand how this guy's not working for Lego. I mean, Jing Bao, they have produced a couple of his sets with his permission. You know, they licensed from him a couple of his sets. I don't know if that relationship has soured. Again, they're Lego scale bricks, but it's not Lego. So for some people, they'll still never touch it. But it's like his designs are beautiful. The guy's way too talented. I just don't know why he's not working for Lego. What the problem is. And it could be that he's not willing to move, because for some of the designers, that's a big deal. You have to be willing to go to Boulogne.
Would you go to Billon?
Would I go to Boulogne? If I had the skill. I mean, I've mocked some stuff, but I would never consider myself worthy of going. I had Lettuce, one of the Lego Masters, on. When did I have him on my stream last? Probably my last Brick Summit. And he's going to Boulogne. He's sold out or selling out his BrickLink store. And you know, he didn't win Lego Masters, but he's going to Boulogne. He's going to go work as a designer. So I mean, that's his life dream right there.
Yep.
I mean, I think it's scary to pick up and go, but I mean, that's a crazy opportunity. It's like,
I got a signed official master builder certificate gifted to me.
Really?
By Thad Bennett.
Wow. How'd you come across that?
People from TechStar went to San Antonio. Went to Discovery Center.
Okay.
And saw him there. And and here it is.
Oh, I want to see this. Hang on a second here. Oh, man. That is so cool.
Thad Bennett.
That's a unique collectible. You don't ever part with that.
Yep. I got a Lego Masters keychains in here somewhere.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's so cool. Long axle, 9 length. Small gear. I don't normally go for the kitschy stuff like the keychains and stuff. Like, I buy a lot of keychains, but not for me, for my daughter. Usually just to guarantee I get my gifts with purchases. Even if they're going to back order, they'll still send the gift with purchase with the keychain. And so my daughter's got like fistfuls of these keychains. Like, she's got a lot of them. It's been a running joke on my channel how many she's got. Why am I grabbing that? I don't need that yet.
She should be on Hoarder's keychain edition.
Oh yeah. Well, she likes it because she can't lose her keys. I mean, you got something the size of your fist, like you don't forget that.
I bet she has a full key ring of keys. You know what I mean?
Well, that's the thing. I have a lot of keys on my keychain. She doesn't have a lot of keys, but she's got a ridiculous amount of these keychains on her. So it's hilarious.
Yep.
Other than the print problem on the bottom of the doors, did you find there was any errors in the instructions, like something that just did not work?
No.
No, because sometimes that happens, and that's where we end up getting creative and coming up with solutions that work. I mean, Lego's not perfect. I mean, I tend to do that more with non-Lego stuff, but it's happened once or twice. Lego screws up.
Imagine doing a 24-hour live stream of the Titanic or the Eiffel Tower.
Oh, you know what? If I were to do another one, because I did 24-hour one about 2 years ago. If I were to do another one, that's probably what it would take. I would have to buy a massive, ridiculous build.
Yeah.
And it probably wouldn't be the Eiffel Tower, only because the Eiffel Tower built, I can't put it anywhere. Like, I can build it and then I'd have to take it apart. Whereas the Titanic, I could take it, it's in 3 pieces, so I could put it in a cabinet. It would still look weird. I'd probably be more inclined to make a crash mock or something, just so I could take the 2 ends of the boat and put them upright and make it like it's sinking or something. But
you could make a custom minifigure of a Jack and Rose.
Oh yeah, that wouldn't be hard at all. Technically, I've got those figures, but I've got them from another company. I really wouldn't like to mix them, but they're not horrible figures, so it might be okay. Actually, someone's done some nice figs for that, so I'm sure I could find it again. I posted a link a while back to it. Does the other guy have a channel? If so, I would like to know it. So JB's asking if you've got a channel.
Sure. Just click on my link and just subscribe.
There you go.
I don't have a camera or a laptop. I only have my phone on me.
That's how I got started. My first streams, I had my phone somewhere over my shoulder aiming down. And that worked really good until the phone started overheating after 45 minutes to an hour, because it's live streaming, recording, and I was doing a high def recording. And after a little while, it was just killing the battery. Then I bought my first webcam, and then 1 became 2, 2 became 3, 3 became 4. Technically, I got 6 or 7 in the house now. But I can't see me adding more than 3's, and me plus 3 is enough. I don't get any benefit from adding more. Some people like the multiple angles, which is why I still do it. It actually causes me more grief than sometimes it's worth, but because there's technical difficulties running so many cameras, but I've made it work. It's become part of my brand. It's pretty much expected. If I run less cameras, I hear about it from people. Hey, we noticed this and that and this and that.
Here's the Audi that bought back.
Oh, that does look nice. Hang on. I want to see that bigger. See, I missed out on that.
The 8x chassis frame, you don't build that first. You have to build this square thing.
Oh, so you build the outer frame first?
Yeah.
That is a little weird. But that's kind of like a recent one I did with one of those non-Lego ones. So we built the outer frame first, and I thought that was interesting. Ooh, why? Okay, I put it in the wrong spot. I can't seem to follow instructions. Okay.
Like me, most of the time at work.
You get grief at work for not following the instructions?
I work at the travel center at my city.
Okay.
I'm at my town.
Do you enjoy it?
Not really.
Oh no. Is it
I, I,
is it the people? Some
I,
people like.
I'm a janitor and groundskeeper, though.
Oh, that's okay. That's honest work.
People come to there are slobs and all that.
Yeah, yeah, and you know, some people are just not that respectful. Make your job harder than it needs to be.
You work at Walmart, right?
I work for one of the warehouses for the website. I'm a trainer for machines and a safety guy. And when I'm not doing that, then I'll offload and do whatever's needed because, you know, I can still drive them.
My mom works at a Walmart here.
It's a big company. There's a lot of opportunities if you stick to it.
There's a lot of funny stories that come through there.
Oh, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at this little note in the manual here. The Mustang is the car driven by Steve McQueen in the iconic car chase in the 1968 movie Bullet. Yep.
My great grandma actually met Steve McQueen before.
Really? I would have liked that. My dad had an opportunity to take his picture for movie poster photography, but that didn't pan out. He had done a lot of posters. It was one of those weird, you know, he had a lot of weird jobs in his life, and one was doing photography. And yeah, he missed out on an opportunity to get to work one afternoon with Steve McQueen. And that's the story you're telling you, like, yep, don't miss up your opportunities.
He stopped by the hotel she was managing at.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm curious if he was a nice guy, because I don't know. I haven't heard too many stories one way or the other.
I don't know about that.
JB, thanks. I use my phone to shoot my vids. Well, yeah, when you know, your phone is your first tool. And, you know, whatever camera you have handy, that's your camera. Audio is in some ways is more important than video because people will have a higher tolerance for video that's off a bit. But if the audio is off, they just can't be bothered. So do what you can to make the audio passable.
Where's my mom?
Your mom is gone to see Miss Miguel. And I'm building the Mustang.
Nice.
Because I'm awesome. Okay. Oh, there's a worm gear. Okay.
It's for raising and lowering the back.
Oh, the suspension?
Suspension.
Oh, okay. That is awesome. Okay, I'm liking that.
So, how's Toronto up there?
Oh, it's nice. It's not cold. I mean, winter's been a joke this year. It's not like it was 30 and 40 years ago. I mean, I go out in my sneakers when I'm not at work. It's just not cold. I mean,
you go out in basketball shorts and short sleeve shirts.
no, not that much, but but just the sneakers for sure.
In Texas, we can't handle winter.
No, we saw some of the little freak snowstorms you guys get, and like you're unprepared. So it's like, oh my god, you got snow in the windshield. What do you guys do? Because we in our winters we always have at least brushes and shovels with us, even if we don't need them. So when it hits, it's not that big a deal. On Ryan's side of the country, Brick Maniac's side of the country, he's over like in Manitoba. His version of winter and mine are two totally different things in Canada. They get brutalized, but here in Toronto, not so much.
Imagine living in the Northwest Territories.
I try not to, and it's not because of the weather. It's beautiful up there. The big thing actually the summers can be brutal. The bugs and the horse flies and that, like they're dinosaurs. These are prehistoric monsters. And same thing with Alaska. You go up to Alaska in the summer months, and it's beautiful right up until those bugs come out.
Yep.
And you look at or you drive on the highway and you see your windshield. It's disgusting. Just the amount of bug blood and nastiness that's all over your windshield. Yeah, it's something else. The real prehistoric looking bugs up there.
I'm not going to live in none of it because I'm having none of it.
I'm having none of it. Absolutely none of it.
The only thing good that came out of Northwest Territories is Margot Kidder.
Did she really?
Yeah.
I did not know that. Lovely actress, and she's definitely having a good run right now.
She's dead.
Sorry?
She's dead.
Oh, sorry. I was thinking of Margot, the one who played Harley Quinn. But yeah, Margot Kidder, the is that
Lois Lane.
The Superman? Yeah, Lois Lane, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So the other Margot Robbie. Yes.
She's Australian.
That makes more sense. That makes a lot more sense. Yeah, it's a shame we can't all live forever. Oh my goodness, why is this piece not going on? Okay, this is wrong. That's why something is wrong. Wrong piece or wrong spot? Shoot. Because, yep, I made another goof. That's another instruction I'm not following right. Let's see. 2x6, 2x10. And there we go. Well, at least I'm not making horrible mistakes. I'm catching them quick enough. Like if you make some of these mistakes on a real big Technic build and you get it like 5 or 10 pages in, you're screwed. Because you won't be able to get it apart to fix like the one gear that you messed up or something else.
Just you wait till you build the big gray Clifford up there.
Uh-oh.
The big gray Clifford. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Let's see. This is starting to look like it's going to get real big. My cabinets are large, though. They're 32 wide. They're about 16 or 18 deep, so I can accommodate pretty big sets. Height's not an issue either, because I can have, in the tallest section, 28 inches tall. So sooner or later, I'll build my AT-ATs.
You have the big gray Dorito.
The big gray
Dorito.
What's that?
The pizza slice.
The big gray one?
The Star Destroyer.
Oh yeah. That's a toughie because I really can't display that. Because I don't think there's anything I can do mathematically with angles that will allow me to squeeze that into my cabinets. Although one guy had an idea, he said, hang it over my head. I'd hate to. It means I'll never be able to stand up over here. But I guess that's an option. Actually, I did have one idea. I removed the center shelf there, bring this out, and I could put it up there. And that's not a horrible idea because nothing above here is used in filming anyway.
Make a custom. Make a custom case for it.
More like a custom shelf for it. I don't really have anywhere else I could put a case or a table. One guy said make a table. I can't put another table. Limitation of space. Own too much, built too much. Oh, plus the cats too. Like it has to be fully enclosed if it's anywhere where the cat can get it. That's why I have all the glass cabinets because I probably, I have spent more on cabinets than some people have on their entire collections. Because my cat's evil.
It's like the evil monkey. It's like the evil monkey off of Family Guy.
Bones, I'm not even kidding. Like he'll sit there, he'll look at you, and then he'll knock a piece, and then he'll look at you again and do it again. And like you warn him, and he'll do it one more time and smash, right?
Yeah.
And then he runs, and you cry holy terror. If I catch him, I'll kill him. Give him flying lessons.
Don't worry, he'll land on his feet.
Yeah, well, I'm 4 floors up. It still might be tough. We came home one day and one cat, beautiful cat. She had a bad habit though of going on the balcony, going on the rails, and taking swings at birds that would come by. And we come home one day, couldn't find her cat. Then we found out that the super found a cat under her balcony, so 4 floors down, in pain, wincing in pain, crying out. So called the Humane Society, blah, blah, blah. Long story short, we ended up getting the cat back, but it turned out the cat had a broken spine. And that's where I decided I was never going to support our local Humane Society again because they outright lied to us about the condition of the cat. I would never have brought that poor cat home. That cat, my wife brought it home. That cat suffered in pain. I would have ended its suffering much sooner had I known. But, yeah, never again. The Toronto Humane Society, I will never support.
I'm a dog person, though.
I am too, but I've gotten lazy. We had dogs, cats, fish, birds when I was a kid, so I grew up with everything. Okay, this. Okay, I'm missing an entire step here.
When is the cow? Hey Alexa, when's the Cowboys and 49ers game?
The NFC wildcard on Sunday, January 16th. The 49ers beat the Cowboys 23-17 at AT&T Stadium, Texas.
Oh.
Ooh, this is nice. Okay. Oh, I might bring out my Lego mallet. Push these together. Wow. Okay. Well, that's good. Done. Wow, that's giving me a sense of scale now.
Tomorrow at 5:30.
5:30 in the afternoon.
Yep. The Cowboys versus the 49ers.
When I was a kid, the Cowboys, I tell you, all of us had their cheerleader calendars. I don't know if they're still marketed that way, but
yeah,
when that was the 80s, early 80s to the early 90s, oh my goodness. The merchandise they made just from the cheerleaders. Forget the players.
Yeah.
And even the girls wanted to be, the cheerleaders for that team.
Yeah.
You didn't see that elsewhere. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of girls would go to those auditions because they also knew it was good for their career, for other things they'd want to do later. 2, 4, 6.
You have a Canadian Football League?
Yep. And it's funny. So the CFL, the rules are just slightly different than yours. And for the longest time, 2 out of our 8 teams had the same name. It's like they weren't even smart enough to come up with a different name. 2 teams were called the Rough Riders, Saskatchewan and Ottawa, and I guess they changed one of them eventually. But yeah, it was always a running joke that, at 8 teams, 7 names. But hey, Canadian football is awesome to watch, and they used to play in all kinds of really horrible conditions. So, I mean, if you love watching it, people playing adverse conditions, that was the league to watch for sure. I mean, now we've got well, actually, where are we playing? Toronto. We play in outdoor arena. We don't play in Skydome anymore. So,
I live outside of Houston, but I have Houston Texans around me.
Oh yeah.
Yep. I'm more of a Cowboys fan.
How are they doing?
They're pretty good in the playoffs. They're playing the 49ers tomorrow.
Yeah. I watched a couple weeks ago, I want to say January 7th, I watched the Raiders game. My brother-in-law, big Raiders fan. Raiders? Yeah, Raiders. And they weren't doing well. It was not a good game. It was not a good game. But, yeah, I mean, I love the NFL. NFL's great.
I can't believe the Cowboys embarrassed Tom Brady, that's all.
Oh. I'm surprised Brady's still playing, I'll tell you the truth. I know the money is there, and that's great. Chase the dollar signs while you can. But I can't believe actually what some of these guys are getting paid to play a child's game. That's what kills me. So much money on the table. Oh. Wow. I was really unaware of how much Technic this was.
Mind blowing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Divisional round, Bengals versus Bills, Giants versus Eagles, Jaguars versus Chiefs.
Oh, nice.
Giants versus Eagles, I hope the Giants win. Jaguars versus Chiefs, I hope the Chiefs win.
Do you ever bet? Do you ever put money on it?
Nah.
Nah. I mean, now it's legal for us in Canada. We can bet online now on the major sports. We couldn't for the longest time. We could bet in your systems, but we couldn't bet up here. But now we can place bets on most of the sports now.
Yep.
18. Do I have 18 of these? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Yes. Awesome.
After Super Bowl's NBA season. Or
my wife is going to, I guess you call it the junior NBA, I guess. We call it the 905 Raptors, so they're not the Raptors, it's whatever the farm team is. She's going to a game next month, something like that, or in 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Asked, do I want to go? I go, well, they're not the real Raptors, so no. I watched a story on the WNBA on the ladies, and the ladies were saying, well, we don't want equal pay to the men. We want an equal percentage. Profit sharing, right? It's like, awesome. Well, okay, let's take a look at that. I think for the particular season that was quoted, the WNBA lost $88 million with 111 women playing. I think that's like $80,000 loss per player, something like that. So each lady owes $80,000. You sure you want a piece of the profits, ladies? Because you should take your piece of the losses too, right? I just thought that was funny. There's no money in the women's basketball. None. Zero. And I don't like the fact it's subsidized. Because as soon as you take away the subsidy, they go bankrupt. I mean, and just think about it. That's a sport being run at a perpetual loss. And it's too bad because they're not bad, but they can't get people to pay to go see it, and no one's watching it on TV. So even the sponsors aren't touching it. The networks try and force the sponsors. They say, well, if you want to support the NBA, you also have to support the WNBA. And they hate that kind of shenanigans. No one wants to be told they have to support something that they don't necessarily want to support.
I'm more of a baseball and football person.
I like NBA just because of constant action, but it's like watching ping pong because it's pretty much 1 point going all the way across, or 2 points going all the way across till you get to your last 5 minutes, and then the game is really interesting, or at least the last quarter. Then it's really interesting. Football's kind of funny. You got 7 seconds of movement and then 20 seconds of non-movement. 7 seconds of movement, 20. And baseball's the same, right? You look at baseball players and they're so out of shape because they get to stand, 80% of a 4-hour game in one spot and just talk and jaw at each other. And but if I had to choose, like if someone said, what one pro sport would you leave? I think it would still be football just because I dig it. Played it in high school. Plus it's war, it's a game of war. So strategy, skill. But none of them are going to hold a candle to like pro fighting for me, or even mock fighting like the pro wrestling. I mean, even though I watch less of it now than I ever have. Actually, I watch more shows about wrestling than I do about wrestling, which is funny. And I'll listen to it too, like old guys podcasts about the heyday of the 80s and 90s when I really liked it. I'd rather listen to those guys talk now about what it used to be like for them to actually watch the product. Hey, Luce. Luce says hockey.
Hey,
hockey can be great. It for sure can be.
I'm a Celtics fan. I'm a Celtics fan.
I miss the days of Larry Bird. Actually, Saturdays used to be awesome when I was growing up because you could watch college basketball early in the afternoon and then 2 pro games later in the day. I don't know if it's still like that now. It's just that's a really good memory I have. So we're starting bag 2. Good sign. I assume we'll get to the end. I can't see me doing more than bag 2 in this session, but that doesn't mean I won't build more today. I can only sit in a chair so long.
What states have you been to?
I'm sorry?
What states in the United States have you been to?
I've been all over the U.S. My dad was a truck driver, and I used to go on the road with my dad all the time. My most recent road trip through the States was going from Canada. It was actually a 10-day trip. I went to Toronto to New Brunswick in Canada, down into Maine in the States, across Maine through, where did I end up? Vermont. I ended up in Vermont. So I came across to Vermont, and then Vermont to, I guess it's New York State. Because I ended up in Rochester where my brother is, near, I want to say Greektown. And then back to Niagara Falls, across the border, back to Toronto. That would be my most recent road trip, which was right before COVID. And we're probably going down to New York this summer. I'm not going to Brick Fair. At least I don't think so. I haven't booked any tickets. If I was building a big mock, I'd be all into going to Brick Fair, but it's like, I mean, I would love to meet some people face to face, but, you know, I'm okay with just like right now. You and me, we've met now online. I'm cool with this for now. I don't have to spend a fortune driving. I do like road trips, though. We're trying to figure out what our summer vacation plans are, where we're going to go. Because I was going to drive from Toronto to BC. That's going to be 3 or 4 days solid driving. Stay each night at whatever hotel along the way, get to BC, and then spend a week there, and then repeat the trip back. Maybe take a different route just to change it up. My wife's talking Vegas. I go, well, that could be interesting, but then why are we going to Vegas? Is there a show you want to see? I said, like, we're not big gamblers, so why are we going to go to Vegas? We need to, I want at least a little bit of a plan. I don't mind being, hey, we took one trip to Quebec, and the whole trip was based on the rubber ducky. We saw a YouTube video of a doctor I knew 20 years ago in Canada, kind of a famous doctor. He was on TV a lot, but now he is a teaching professor at, I think, Laurier University in Quebec, in Montreal. And he was doing a conversation or a video talking about quack doctors. And as a goof, he was in a store that was all rubber duckies. So I listened to him talk, and the conversation was great, but I was fascinated by the fact he was in a store full of rubber duckies. The whole store is rubber duckies. And that blew my mind that you could even have a store like that. And when we saw that video, within 2 weeks, we planned a road trip, and we were in Montreal to see this Le Petite Duck, or whatever it was. That's the name of the store. To go to this rubber ducky store. We all bought rubber duckies. I got one somewhere. And they're all like gimmick rubber ducks, like looks like Spock or Yoda or whatever. So I'm willing to take road trips for ridiculous reasons, but I got to have a reason.
Would you take a road trip to Mexico?
Some parts of Mexico. Not all parts right now, that's for sure. It's a little dicey down there. The cartels are not happy. I mean, the Canadian government's warning us not to go. And that's enough reason for me not to go. Because basically, if they're warning not to go, then they're not going to be a lot of help if there's a problem.
Yeah, I'm a border. I live in a border state. It's starting to affect us.
Oh, I can imagine. Well, just being a border city has its issues, like
Border state.
border state. Sorry, yeah,
El Paso is getting
El
a brunt
Paso.
of
I was
it.
about to say, yeah, that's your new word.
Brownsville,
Yep.
Laredo, Del Rio.
I got some family down there somewhere. None I talk to, but yeah.
I live right next to our Quebec. It's called Louisiana.
Oh yeah. Yep. French Louisiana. Yep.
It's called like y'all's cousins down here.
What was that about the cousins?
Your cousins down here.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they're not great people. I have no interest in developing relationships with them. They can stay there.
Louisiana.
Yep.
You rather hang out with a Quebecois, huh?
I will absolutely not. I don't mind traveling to Quebec. I've got no love for them. Actually, it's changed a lot. See, when I was younger, traveling through Quebec, I always got treated like crap. But now it seems to have changed a lot, being English speaking, going through Quebec. Because I remember in the 80s watching them. They're basically language police, and they would go and tear down signs that were in English or where English lettering signage was bigger than the French. Like it had to be smaller than the French, and it was just horrible. And I get it. They're trying to protect their culture. I get it. But the way they did it was so draconian. It left a sour taste in my mouth.
It has to be a certain size?
Oh, yeah. Well, they were trying to protect their language and their culture. So they were sitting there like, okay, if the French letter is 12 inches high, then the English one can be only half of that. Stuff like that. Just to make sure that the French was prominent. And I get it, but it really sucks because they kind of forget the history of how they were allowed to survive. And it really sucks that they took such a hard view on the English language. Now it's gotten better. It has, for sure, because our most recent trip was amazing. But yeah, as a kid, I remember some of those battles in the streets with the police, and they were tearing down the English signage, and it was definitely scary.
Texas is like Alberta.
How so?
It's similar. It's like we have oil, they have oil.
Yep.
They're conservative. We're conservative.
Well, when it comes to the oil, the thing with Alberta, it's a lot less typical pump the ground thing than it is the tar sands, and the tar sands are expensive. I mean, there's huge deposits there for sure, but it's very expensive for us to work it. And we're a little bit protective of it in Canada. Our basic mindset is we would pretty much rather burn up the world's reserves and sit on our own as long as possible. That's kind of the mindset in Canada. So it's not that we don't want to develop our own, but it's like we'll burn through as much of the easy to get stuff from everyone else first. And then that will actually put us in a pretty cherry position one day when people are struggling for it. I mean, I like all the electric cars and all that gimmick, but it's really smoke and mirrors. You can't have everyone drive an electric car. It won't work, especially in cold climates. They're horrible. Also, the lithium batteries, the mining for that crap, toxic. There's very little of it on the planet. If everyone today switched their cars to lithium ion, it wouldn't work. We could not mine it Period. We couldn't mine 10% of what we needed to run the cars, and everyone likes their cell phones. Nobody's giving up their cell phones. So it's
And
to me, we need an alternative. We absolutely need something other than fossil fuels. But these battery powered cars, the current batteries, nope, that's not the answer. They need something else.
too bad lithium's mined in China. So
Yeah, in Russia and a few other places that are just really hard to deal with, and it's like they got to give us some better options. Is that going there? Ooh, maybe. Let's see. Oh, there's that lifting suspension. Okay, that's cool. I like that. That works. At least it works. I was worried like, oh, I screwed something up. Ethanol. That's true. That's pretty good, Luce. Yeah. And algae can grow wicked fast, too, if you get the right strain of it. I saw someone who said algae is probably what we're going to eat when and if we ever become a real space-faring race, just because of how fast we can grow it and the nutrition we can derive from it. I have no doubt our future is going to be pretty tasteless, and we're going to hate what we eat, but it's like, well, you eat to survive, not necessarily because you enjoy it. It's like I eat all kinds of food I can't stand. And it's kind of a running joke. I don't have to like it. Did it nourish me? Am I full? Yep, good, done. But yeah, we could absolutely end up at a point where, yeah, that's the way food is actually going to be. You're not going to like it. You're just going to have to eat it.
just think of it as sushi.
I like sushi, so that would be okay. My best friends growing up were Asian, so I was exposed to a lot of stuff, Chinese, Vietnamese, and Japanese foods, and then as a young adult to sushi and Korean food, and I like pretty much all of it.
I never had Korean. I never had Korean. I never had Vietnamese. Never had Thai.
Thai is the only thing. I've had it 3 times in my life, actual Thai food. And each of the 3 times I had it, unfortunately, I did not have good experiences with it. So it could be the restaurants I was in. I don't know, but it was not good for me. I'll need a local recommendation from someone who has a good restaurant experience locally, and then I'll try Thai again. But I don't look forward to my next Thai experience. Right now, Thai is just something like I've only had bad experiences with.
I never had Indian food too.
I love Indian food. Love Indian food. One of my neighbors is Indian, and she's always trying to slip me food because she's convinced my wife doesn't feed me. she goes, "Oh, you got to eat this." And even at work, my Indian friends, like all the time, they get me in on whatever they're buying because I love it. It's good food. I've been very open to food my whole life. Never regretted it.
I read they made spinach. They made it fat too.
You read it? What about spinach?
They made it fatty.
Really? Oh, hang on a second.
Mm. I'm trying to get right over here.
Hello. Sorry about that.
It's alright.
Wifey has let me know what our probably new internet situation will be, which is good. It'll be faster, but it's going to be a pain in the ass. So my next month or two, whenever we decide to pull the trigger on that, is not going to be fun. I have resisted changing our setup forever because our cable companies want us to be like 100% wireless because this is what they do. And I go, no, because you're 100% wireless is sketchy. I'm wired and it's very reliable. But they've been phasing out this crap for years. And every year we go through the same thing. And then I fight it and resist it. But now they're making it like, oh, you can keep the old setup, but we will charge you more. It's like, so they're finally drawing a line in the sand. It's like, damn. And I don't really want to pay what'll probably be 180 more a year to keep my old setup just because I don't want to update it when I can get a much faster system. Then she was telling me some of the little quirks and issues. I go, no, I can work around some of that. I don't have to eat everything they're feeding me. But we'll discuss it more when she gets home. I didn't want to continue that conversation while I had a stream going. That'd be very rude of me.
Yeah.
But every year we go through this thing like, what are we going to pay? We go to the retentions at the cable company to see, well, because they want to bump us up $40, which they did. And it's like, no, we're going to get rid of the service unless you put it back down. We play this cat and mouse game. And every year they bump it back down. Well, they seem to have drawn a line in the sand. No, we won't put it back down unless you go to the new service. And I know for a fact the new service, while it may be faster, there's going to be some hiccups I'm not going to like. And but I think we finally hit the end of the line where I'm going to have to eat some of these problems. I'm sure it's not going to be as bad as I think it is, but the end is near.
Yep.
Yeah, Traverse brick, black. Nope. And I told her, bring in some food with you. And since the day's getting later, maybe it won't be lunch. We'll call it dinner.
I'm in the mood for some Tex-Mex right now.
Oh, that'd be cool. That would be really cool. We don't have really good Tex-Mex options in Toronto. I mean, that's not exactly true, but nothing close. If we're willing to travel a little bit, yeah, but nothing that we can get delivered that we care for. And I don't feel like going out for it. So, what was that link you posted there? What's that YouTube link?
It's something interesting.
Yeah, what is it?
It's a geography now India.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I can't click on the link using this browser window. I'd have to open up a new window, run YouTube, and then click on it there. So I can't see it. I'll check it out later.
He has one about geography now Canada.
Ah. The greatest nation on earth. Oh, I love Canada. We've got our share of crazy politicians, just like the Americans do, but ours has better hair. That's one thing when Trudeau got elected. I mean, because he's second generation. His dad was prime minister too. Pierre, though, when he got elected, it's like, oh my God, look at that beautiful head of hair he's got. No one took him terribly seriously. Oh, what a weird technique that is. Cool. So this is the bottom part under the bumper. This is nice. Okay. Oh, I got to get all those same parts again. Shoot.
Who's the premier of Toronto, Ontario?
Ontario, that would be so. Premier is Doug Ford. Doug Ford is basically like political
Okay.
royalty for us here in Toronto. His family, Rob Ford was his brother, who was the mayor when Doug was just a city councilor. But their family name here, they're loved and hated, all at the same time, which is kind of funny.
Do they have term limits?
Yeah, but off the top of my head, I can't remember what it is. But I don't think he's trying to get back in again anyway. So he's just going to do what he's going to do and get out. He kind of fell into the spot. I don't think he ever really intended to be a provincial politician when he left the city politics, because he actually moved to the States after his city run ended. And he came back up here because of just a shifting of the winds, and then he got in. And it's like, oh my God, he got in, and now he's got to do something about it. And I mean, he's done okay, and he of course he had to get through COVID, which was hard for every politician everywhere. Not a fun ride for anybody, but I don't think he has any intention of hanging around after this ride. I think he's done.
Gonna retire.
He's already being accused, like a lot of politicians, of being crooked and this and that, and I think he just at this point really wants some peace and quiet. He's made all the political deals and stuff he can. I'm sure he just wants to
He's gonna leave office on the good note, huh?
well, I don't know how good a note it's going to be. That's one of the problems. Okay, this piece is just not working right for me. When I turn it like that, okay, I'm just going to do this. Something, I look at one instruction and then the next, and like something just doesn't work. So let's do this. Ignore the first step, go with the second. Yeah, that makes more sense. I'm not even going to pretend to look back at the first step, because in the end, this looks right. Cool. There's the underside of the bumper. Lewis has traveled Toronto to BC 3 times. Let's see, inherited. I remember the English rules in Quebec, seeing the kerfuffle on TV and stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, years ago, it was something else. I remember when Quebec wanted to secede. It comes around every decade, and then it quiets, and it comes around, and we give them a few concessions here and there, and then they quiet down. Largely, my experience is they don't want to, because any reality where Quebec separates means they're going to have to pay down part of the debt. So they're going to have to take their share of the debt. And they're only going to get a certain percentage of some of the resources there, like the military and other things. Like, they don't just get to keep what's within their borders. And when that reality sets in, they always seem to back off. I don't want to see him leave anyway. No matter how I felt over the years, there isn't any problem that we can't work our way through.
Does Alberta want to secede?
Yes. For mostly the same reasons. They feel they're not fairly represented, and they're largely right. One problem in Canada is we kind of have 3 major zones, 4 zones maybe. Ontario and Quebec, I would call one, central. You got the Maritimes, you got the Prairies, and then you've got BC. And they all have very different interests, and it's very hard to make everybody happy. You cannot make everybody happy. And our political system is showing that more and more. Views are getting more strained. Yeah, I don't know what the solution is. That's for someone far smarter than me to figure out.
Alberta wants to secede and join the U.S.
Less about joining the U.S. and more about just being autonomous, more control over their land and their money, and that works to an extent up until they want something from the other provinces. And I mean, you could absolutely break up Canada. You could break us up into the provinces. Life wouldn't change a lot for most people, but let's say if we lose the unified dollar in Canada, that would suck. I'd hate to see what would happen having different currencies across the country. That could be horrible. But maybe we could keep a unified dollar just like the EU has, because that's been sort of successful for them. I know some of their countries would say no, it hasn't, but I think they've done better than not. Geez, which way is this supposed to go now? Like that. I don't want to see them leave. I don't see a good result for Canada if any of our provinces leave. Not for them and not for us, not for the rest of the country.
About 95% of California wants to secede from the other 5% of California here.
Which, yeah, I'm sure sounds great because, well, they grow this and they grow that, but they don't do everything. And as soon as you separate, okay, now you got to negotiate every deal with your neighboring states, including people coming and going, where the food is coming, transportation, anything coming and going from the ports. I mean, California has a real interesting past given their history. So, I mean, they're kind of unique in that respect in the States, but I think most of their talk about wanting to separate is mostly about just getting a better deal from the feds. And that's, why not? Always try and get a better deal. Everyone should. I just don't see California as a whole being successful if they were to separate.
I'm about to send you a link, see what I mean.
Gray, white. What am I missing here? One of those. One of these.
West Virginia seceded from Virginia due to Civil War times.
Right. But I don't think you're ever going to see true civil war in the States again. You're going to see riots. That's not the same, though. Okay, that's probably in the wrong spot. What if I do that? That looks a little better. Oh, good. Now I get to put this on where... And which side? Now I'm confused. Oh, okay. Big wheel side. Front. Oh, nice. Okay. So it gets longer again. Oh, there we go. Front bumper is on. Four studs. L plates. L bricks. I don't know why I said plates. Tan bricks, 1x2s, 1x4s, and some brackets. Where are the little brackets? 1, 2. Oh, son of a gun. Tell you, anytime I drop a piece, I'm glad I built this setup the way I did. Makes it really easy to spot them.
Huh.
The bricks pretty much have nowhere to go. So let's see, 1x4s here. L brick here. Tan brick here. Oh, 2 hours. Yeah, I think when I finish this bag, definitely will be time for a break or sooner. Let's see. 2x10. Where's these slopes? 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, Alex. Shazam. How you doing? You like this one? You have this one? Or you just like it? Curious what you think of the final build if you have it already.
You got the Ecto 1?
I do. So the Ecto 1 and the, I guess it's the 89 Batmobile, the UCS set, those are included in my car builds. So I'll be building those before the Optimus Prime as well. I still have lots of little, like I still got some Speed Champs and 6 sets there. I still got 3 Sluban Speed Champy scale cars to build. And then it's these Mega and Lego cars, these larger ones. But I wanted to do this one. I've been wanting to do this one for a little while now. Let's see, 1x6. 1x4s. 1x2. 2x2 dark gray. I need 2 of those. Plates with clips. 2 of those. 1x6 in blue.
I like the creator expert Aston Martin for its features, but the Speed Champions for the looks.
The Speed Champs, I tell you that at 8 wide, they're really impressive. And their build techniques, like each one I've been building in the 8 wides, really impressive. Like 6 wide was okay, but the 8 wide's been really impressive. See, we do 1x6 first.
I found the instructions online for the mod the Ecto 1 as it looked like the first and second movie.
Yeah, but what do they do about that sidecar that pops out, that chair? Because that's kind of what really makes it a different car compared to the movie. I'm curious how they fix that.
It took it out and reworked it.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
Now it's a 4-seater, fully a full-seater now.
Really? Now, does it need extra parts, or can it be done with just what's in the set?
What's in the set?
Okay, it's not bad. I just made 2 mistakes there. I'm not paying attention.
Everything works on it.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
Minus all the afterlife functions.
Yeah. So I thought about, and maybe I did do it. I gotta take a look around. I was going to order, I can't remember if I did or didn't now, the second set of parts. So anything that I would sticker with the movie look, I could swap out and just make a clean white car, but right now I can't recall if I ever actually did that. I put too much stuff in storage 2 months ago, and now I'm not sure. Blue. Where are these dark grays going to go? Ah, here. Awesome. One of those. More clip plates. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I got those. 2 gray clips. 2 gray clips. Tiles. 2 gray tiles. I should be good. 2x2, 1 tile. Oops. Another tile. One of these plates. 2 clips. Hey, Tara. Did you talk to Mom? No. She didn't call you or text you? No. Okay. Check your phone after. Make sure. Let's see. Tan. Lots of tan here. 10 brick. 10 tile. 5 plates. 3, 4, 5 of those. Window frame. And 2 gray, whatever the hell these are. Two, put this one on. 3, frame, another plate, brick, another one of those, plate, tile. And this is going, oh, wow, this looks like this is going to be a shifter, I can tell. Gotta be. Yeah. I need a pneumatic T-joint. There we go. I should get one Technic set that uses the pneumatics. I don't know if they make anything anymore that uses them, but let's see. Click, click. Cool. 6x6, 2x8, and 2 tiles. 2x4, 2x4.
Have you got the skyline yet?
Sorry?
Have you got the skyline yet?
You'll have to watch New Bricks to find out. It's not on that shelf. That much I can say. I originally ordered it day one, and then it got back ordered. But I'm cool with that. I don't mind Lego back ordering my stuff. As long as I get it eventually, I have no problem with that. I just don't like the fact it's coming by UPS right now. That's my big stink. Up here in Canada, it was always FedEx, and then in December, for whatever reason, that seemed to change. I'm hoping that was a temporary move. I'm hoping that's not the way of the future, because while I was not a fan of FedEx, at least I understood the game with FedEx. UPS is, for me, harder to deal with. Whereas FedEx, I could just go to their depot and everything was safe and secure, and I had no complaints.
Time to
Is
go
Fed-
Lego.
Sorry?
Time to go Lego hunting.
Oh?
Time to go Lego hunting.
You or me?
You.
Oh, no. I mean, I'll just change the way I do business. That's all. I mean, I have the Lego store 2 kilometers away. It's literally a 15-minute walk or 2-minute drive. It just means maybe I'll order less at launches and might miss out on a few gifts with purchases because I can't get to the Lego store early. And if there's ever a limited one, I might miss out. And that's okay. It's not the end of the world.
The closest Lego store to me is about 2 hours away.
Ooh, wow. Yeah, that's something.
It's in the Houston Galleria.
Is it a nice store?
It's all right.
I mean, most Lego stores are nice. That's my experience anyway. Let's see. Blue brick. Blue hinge. I need 4 of them. 2x2.
You have a bricks and minifigs up there?
No. I've seen those stores online in the States. We don't have one per se that I'm aware of. The market is much smaller up here. But being in Toronto, I have 3 Lego stores within, minutes. And then I have a 4th, which is one of those places that's a Lego attraction. I don't know what they call it, Discovery Center or whatever it is. And and that's a cool place too. The only thing is, they're like a separate business from Lego. They license the right to use the name and stuff. So some of the stuff's slightly more expensive up there, but it also means they play by different rules. So sometimes they'll sell you a gift with purchase and you won't have to buy whatever to get the gift with purchase. So that's kind of cool for some people. Ooh, we're finally doing stickers. Let's see. The blue stuff. What's Amazon? Oh, Amazon's bugging me. Go away, Amazon. Let's see. 2 of these in blue. 2 of these in blue, and I'll be stickering these. 1 of these. I need a jumper. Is this supposed to be clear, or is it? Oh, no. Tiny little Mustang printed on, I guess it's a gas cap or something. No, not a gas cap, but still, these are cool. On a 1x1 round. And do they give me 2 of those? That'd be nice. Yes, they do. Cool. Only need 1. And what am I missing? Hinge pieces. 1, 2.
Wait till
3,
bag
4.
5.
Oh, what's wrong with bag 5?
It's a surprise in there too.
Okay, I got 2 of these. Where's my screwdriver? So I use my screwdriver for my stickers. So, what is this? Powered by Ford. Number 12s? 12 in both. All right. I think I'm going to enjoy the stickers on this set because it all looks like they're in easy spots on easy to do pieces. And that looks pretty good. That's 1 down. I use a 3mm screwdriver, so it's very little contact with the sticky side.
I'm decent at putting stickers on.
I say I'm about a 90%. Like, I'm pretty good. My technique is pretty solid. There we go. So there's my first ones. I mean, it's not going to autofocus, but all right. That's 2. So what are we doing here? 1x6. Powered by Ford. 2 of these hinge pieces underneath. Same thing here. One jumper. The other piece. And that nice little Mustang 1x1. That looks so good. And now where are these going? Over. Okay. There we go. That's 1. Ow. There we go. 2. JB. Sorry, it wasn't on the place. No time in there, so I might run away. Hey, no worries. You take it easy, JB. Oh, come up twice, dude. That's okay. No worries. No worries, brother. Although, right now, it looks like I'm short. Am I short a piece? No. There we go. 2 blue slide rails. 1 dark gray. Clip plate, clip plate. All right, and that's coming over here. Jung-E film is now on Netflix. All right. Apparently I needed to know that.
I can't wait for The Last of Us episode 2 to come out tomorrow.
Yeah, everyone's telling me this is something I should be watching. That's on Crave up here. I don't think I have the Crave service. I have a lot of services. I got the Apple. I got Netflix. I got Prime. I don't think I have Crave. So I may have to figure out a solution if I want to watch that.
Besides that, I've been watching Criminal Minds and CSI.
Oh, you digging that?
Yep.
Oh, okay, that's in now. Wire harness, where's that going? And 2 bricks with bars. Okay, this is interesting. 1 that way, 1 that way. Wish I had a lot of these harnesses. These are cool. All right. So this is going over the engine block. Okay. Straight up. Wow, that's looking cool. Slopes. 2 slopes. 4 slopes. No, 2. They psyched me out. And oh, neato. Okay. Clip that in. It sucks it covers up that beautiful gas cap kind of thing. Oh well. That's neat. Yellow rod. Let's see, yellow rod, 2 white Technic bricks, 1 tan plate, and a tan tile. So, tile, plate, and then brick, yellow rod through it, and that'll help.
Imagine trying to tear this thing down.
Well, that's why I don't like doing Technic, because building it's bad enough, but then when time comes to tear it down, like I dread the day I have to tear down my Mack truck, because that thing is 30 whatever inches long right now, and it's big, and I think that was 4,000 pieces, give or take. And someday I'll tear it down. It's gonna survive a while. It's kind of the cornerstone of all these car sets, but yeah, when I have to tear that down, that's gonna be a pain in the ass, that's for sure. 2 those, 1 tan, plate with bar, ratchet plate, headlamp brick, and a slope. Do I have a slope? There's a slope. And there's another easy tile to sticker. That's what we want, easy. Number 3, what's number 3? Oh, it looks like a radio. Number 3, yes. That's pretty much dead perfect. I'm happy with that. All right, so right now it's pretty good. I imagine I've still not finished that drink, and that's over 2.5 hours. That's the trick to an energy drink. You don't drink it all at once, because then you get a weird buzz in your head and then you crash out. I would when I used to do long distance driving in Toronto to New Brunswick for vacations, I'd get like 4 cans and drive straight through. And 14, 18 hours later, I'm in New Brunswick, and basically I'm sipping the can, every 15 minutes. I'm taking a sip, just so you get that, just, small little boost. Not, you don't want a big spike, because if it spikes, then you're going to have a crash and feel like garbage. But once that's done, no more sugar, no more energy drinks for the rest of the day. I have work tomorrow. Unless my company offers VTO tomorrow. Are they offering any VTO? No, doesn't look like it. Nope. It's a great little app. If we're not busy, they put out in the app, hey, if you don't want to come, now you won't get paid, but if you got other things to do, it's like no harm, no foul. Doesn't count against you. That's one way that we stop people just calling in sick and going, yeah, because sometimes you just need, time to do whatever you need to do. How do I know which way this is supposed to go? I think this is upside down. So if I do that, aha. That is neat. Oh, am I supposed to push that down? Yes. Okay. That makes sense. Technic beam, 1x7. Technic connector. So is this your first time hanging on screen on a chat?
Yeah, it's my second time.
Second time? Where'd you do it before?
It was some other guy in North Carolina.
Yeah. Lego or something else?
Lego.
Lego. Lego community is pretty cool. 1x3. Technic brick with one Technic hole. That's there. 2x4 plate. And another Technic pin. Shoot, what did I do wrong? Okay, that looks weird and maybe wrong, but we'll see. Just want to say thank you to everyone on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook who's watching, liking, commenting. I see all the chats from all the different sources. Thank you. 1x7.
You know, it sounds good. Sounds good right now.
What?
It's a Waffle House right now.
Wow. You know what? Last night, I had an opportunity to have waffle. The dessert place we went for my birthday. My wife had beautiful waffle with ice cream and all kinds of incredible stuff on it. It's a very expensive dessert place we went to. It's called Dimitri's. And tastes amazing. But it's like, oh, it's just too much. Like, first, it's super expensive. And the amount of food you get is pretty crazy. But we went there. My mom, for my birthday, had cooked my favorite meal, which is lasagna. It's the best thing she cooks. And it's like, okay, we'll go there. She'll make a dinner. And then my family and friends will take off and we'll go to the expensive dessert house. And that's what we did afterwards. It was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. Now, see, why does that feel like that's... Where's that connect to? Okay, I really must have messed something up here.
It's too bad.
I did. You didn't catch that.
And too bad Chick-fil-A is closed tomorrow.
Why is it closed?
Closed on Sundays.
Really?
Because it's a Christian.
Oh, they're a religious company.
The religious company.
Okay. Okay. We do have Chick-fil-A up here. It hasn't caught on in a big way, but we have it. Okay, there's a universal joint. Where's that supposed to go?
It's part of the steering wheel.
Okay, if that's going to go there, then I must have to set up a rod or something. Yeah, that makes sense. Bracket, long rod, and a steering wheel. Where the bracket's going. Brackets on here. Ooh, I hate that. One stud connections. Bad, bad, bad. Steering wheel. Through here. What did they say the ages was? 16 plus? I don't know why they say that. Although I suspect some people have a hard time staying interested so long, but this is not difficult. 2. I need 2 more.
The Porsche 911 had some pretty advanced techniques in it.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
I may never know unless I see it discounted or if I buy it with points. Which, hey, I could do that. Could even do it today if I decide to go out after dinner.
You got the Supra yet?
No. still debating it. Well, if we had gone a little farther north yesterday, then we would have hit that mall yesterday. We were only 2 blocks away from hitting that mall. Ooh, that's the end of bag 2, dude. Oh, that's where I'm going to draw break. That's 2 hours. Wow, 2.5 hours. That's plenty. 2 bags out of 6. Okay, so we're kind of a third done. That doesn't look too shabby. So we definitely got a sense of the scale of this car. Does it get much longer, or is that pretty much it now?
It's a little longer.
A little bit longer?
Just
Yeah, I guess a
smidge.
little bit off the back. I
Yeah.
can't see it getting... I could see this here, so it's not going to get maybe the bumper by a stud or two, brick or two. Oh, my God. Oh, my back. I just sat straight up. That's the problem. My posture is horrible at the best of times. I don't sit in the back, with the lumbar support. I always lean forward. That's one reason I got the pool noodle on the edge of the desk so I can lean on it.
Sounds like you need chiropractor.
No, I don't trust them, so it'll never happen. I won't let them touch me for the most part. They crack my daughter all the time. I won't let them touch me. It's like nope. Not me. Greg, thanks for hanging with me. And I will probably do another build stream today. Don't know when. But I'm going to catch you and everyone else later. JB Awesome, Loose Moose, Alex, Greg again. Who did I miss? Ryan was hanging around earlier. Eileen dropped in for a moment. Everyone else, you guys have a good day, and I'll catch you later. Peace.